crafty babes, Andrea here. I'm excited to share with you a layout that I did for my Camp Wanna-Craft junk journal. It's more of a junk journal. It's got pocket pages and 6x8 pages and random sheets and pages of uh, all kinds of fun stuff. And this is a layout that I did using a photo of me and a cute meme from the Reset Girl herself, from her Instagram page. I loved this little meme. So I'm taking a piece of grid paper that I tore out of a grid notebook from Daiso, and I'm just trimming the edges off so that the grid goes all the way to the edges. And I've picked these two papers that match her dress and just go with the color scheme of that meme and my sweater. And we're going to create it's a little bit smaller than a 6x8, but it's basically a single page. And I really wanted to create like a little peekaboo kind of situation down at the bottom. I wanted to tear that like a little opening out of the striped paper so that the grid paper shows through underneath. And so I'm going to attempt to do that. And I can't decide if I want it to be like a rip or a hole or, but I decided that what I did here looked a little bit too much like a mouse hole in like the Tom and Jerry cartoons. And it just didn't work for me. So instead, I'm going to do sort of like, I guess, kind of like a circus tent door. I guess that's the only other way to describe it, is that it just looks like the curtains are kind of pulled back. And then I'm doing some kind of rough edging on some of these things. So this is going to be something that doesn't go inside of a pocket. And so I want it to have some texture. I also want to utilize that stripe as like a base for all of these little things to kind of shoot out of. So I'm going to tuck things up inside of it and let them kind of pop out if that makes sense. And I really want to use like all the fun things from the Camp Wanna-Craft camp printables. And I know that I can't use everything I want to use on this layout, but I'm going to try. So far, I've got this library card, a photo, the meme, and this little tag that says fun. So I'm just looking through my camp supplies and trying to see if I can find a tab or a flag or something. I want to try to stick with the orange and pink and a little bit of that teal color. The teal color is going to play a little tiny bit of a role, but it's not going to be a main element. Also, I just turned that tab upside down and I was really proud of myself that I left it there for this long. So I tend to be a little like a bit of a rule follower when it comes to scrapbooking. It's hard for me to look at things in ways that they aren't supposed to, even though there's like no rules. I've obviously made some for myself, but I love the fact that this is upside down because I really didn't want it to stick off the page. I don't know. I just wanted it to be different. I really wanted to try to push myself a little bit with this layout. I feel like I'm already doing that with the tearing and the upside down tab. I also want to make sure that I'm getting like the 3 points of interest. So one point of interest is going to be the stripe at the bottom. And then I want this little cluster with the meme and the photo. And then I also want the top tab to have a bit of its own little personality up there as well. So I'm just finding some things to get me there. And I definitely want there to be something else going on this striped paper. I don't want the focus of the striped paper just to be the fact that it's kind of like a pocket and it has this little piece ripped out of the bottom. So I'm trying to kind of give it its own anchor, and I'm going to use that little flag. And I'm really excited about what I'm going to do to it, but I'm doing things so out of order. But I also add this little tab, and then I've got these stitches that are in Corey's faves, and I'm going to adhere the stitch right across the top of that flag so that it looks like it's just sewn in there. And oh my gosh, I just love it. It's so off and haphazard. I dig it. And I punched a little star out of that teal wood grain paper, and that's going to go up top so that I kind of have like the little teal star, the teal camp ticket, and then the tab with the library card. Those are like the 3 teal parts of the triangle. I want to try to make sure that the color gets pulled around evenly. And then I do want to stamp on that tab. So I've grabbed an older TRG stamp that just says crafty, and that I'm doing it at a bit of an angle because in order to have the tab sit behind that flag, I needed to put the tab at an angle, and I didn't want the half of the word crafty to get, hidden underneath the flag, because the flag does stick up past the paper. Okay, so a little trick that I use so that I don't have to refigure out where I've put all of my things once I've laid them the way that I want them, I just kind of lift up a little piece and then use my fine liner bottle to get underneath them and just adhere them down. And then because I don't want to really glue on top of those things, I just used my fine liner to glue on the outside edges of that striped paper in order to get it down. And then I'm just roughing up some of these edges, kind of making it look a little worn, a little messy. And then I am adhering that tab down so that it fits there nicely. At this point, I am going to kind of finalize the little not tag, I guess they're tickets, the ticket cluster. I just want the little bit of the yellow poking out, and I want you to be able to see that says camp, because this is for camp, and also the meme is about buying a camper or having a camper and it being happy. So that's awesome. Okay, so I've decided on the placement of that label. The tab is going to remain upside down. I'm going to adhere the star in a little cluster situation, and then I think I actually use another little stitching to go across all of it. Yeah, I do. I've basically used up all of the stitches. I have to reprint them. I've got them on clear sticker paper so that they truly look like they've been stitched on. They're so wonderful. And I love how they're different styles of stitching, not just all like a zigzag or a straight stitch. Some of them are messy at the end, some of them are messy in between. It's really awesome. I'm also trying to figure out if I need to add clustering elements anywhere else. And that's where I know that when things don't feel comfortable, that's when I know I need to stop trying to add to my layers, because that's not a place that I'm comfortable with. And so that means that I need to start stamping, because for me, I can stamp. It's like the finishing touches of my clusters. So instead of adding more elements, I'm just going to add some of these little hexy clusters, and then I'll do some like little art marks with a pen. And I'm just kind of creating them in kind of the negative spaces of these little clusters. I don't want everything to be always in the cluster area. I want them to be nearby. You don't have to have just one visual triangle. You can have several visual triangles. But I also just want to make sure that the black color is dispersed throughout so that it doesn't feel too heavy in one area or too light in another area. So I'm just adding like little dots and plus signs and making that just fall all together. And there we have a cute little peekaboo layout featuring all kinds of goodies from the Reset Girl and the Camp Wannacraft goodies. I hope that if you went through camp, you enjoyed yourself. I think you can still get the goodies, and you can even make this with any supplies that you have. Hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and there's going to be some extra videos here for you to click on and enjoy some more. Talk to you soon. Bye.